Hello and welcome to the February School Board Report. I'm your host Lily Austin along with School Board member John Landers. Thank you, Mr. Landers, for joining us today.
Thank you, Lily. Yeah, great to be back.
So let's begin by talking about your thoughts on the kindergarten kickoff event we had yesterday, February 19th. Was it what you expected?
Well, I think it was what we all hoped for. It's the first time we tried something new like this in the district. Traditionally, we will usually do individual events at each of our elementary schools, but this was a way to welcome all of the families together and to highlight our three buildings, to highlight our PTA. United Way was there, the Boardman Schools Fund was there, food services and transportation. So it was a great way to just highlight all the wonderful programs we offer at the elementary level. It's, I think, a lot of energy from the incoming kindergartens, their families, and in some cases even in grandparents to learn more about the buildings, learn and get prepared for things as we welcome them to this district. So I think it was a lot of energy. I think it was fun for our kindergartners. They got some cool Sparty gear and a Sparty swag bag. I think while the parents attended a presentation, they got to hang out with the high schoolers and do play cornhole and color and do some other things. So I think it was a great idea for something new to do in this district. We love having new ideas and giving them a shot and learning and getting better. And this prepares them for March 6th, which will be the in-person registration day for kindergarten at each of our individual elementary schools.
I'm sure they're all super excited now. And this month's school board meeting was full of recognition. It was also covered by the 3As too. Can you explain about that, please?
Sure. I think as we see in BSTN and as we see constantly throughout this district, there's so many great things to highlight, and we get the opportunity to highlight a few each month at our board meeting. And first off, we covered in academics to highlight our speech and debate team. We had 5 state qualifiers: Finley Andre, Evan Moorman, Lucy Papini, Jariah Bates, and Jonathan Burgos Perez. 4 of them are actually new to speech this year, so we're really happy for the future of the team. And our coach, Nicole Blaze, received the District New Coach of the Year award from the National Speech and Debate Association. So speech has a long, great, wonderful history here, and it's great to see them kind of getting some great state qualifiers, and hopefully maybe we'll have some good news maybe about a national qualifier. Also in athletics, we highlighted our Glenwood 8th grade girls basketball team who won the AAC championship game against Howland. They finished the season 17-1. Coaches Vince Carnival and Lindsay Mack led that team. I believe that team also won in 7th grade and might have finished that year undefeated. So we're looking forward to welcoming them here to the high school and the future of our girls basketball program. And lastly, BHS Jazz 1 Ensemble was selected and performed at the Ohio Music Educators Association's conference in Cleveland. That's done through blind auditions. They don't know, that Mr. Ruggieri is the band director or Boardman, so it's just really about the talent and the skill level of our jazz program, which is, as we know, off the charts. So it was great to see them get honored. And 2 students were chosen best in state: William Smith Jr. for trombone and Aiden May on the drums. So it was great to be able to honor that group for all the wonderful performances they do throughout the entire school year.
Wow, that's a lot of really impressive things. Here at BSTN, we are over at the Spartan Stadium a lot and know how important that big Jumbotron is, and I hear we're getting a new one soon.
So as tough as it is to believe as someone who was part of the original stadium committee, the stadium is actually 10 years old now. So especially with technology and large electronics, those things have a lifespan, and it's really never as long as you may like. So we kind of figured when we originally purchased the stadium, we'd probably get around 8 to 12 years with something like the video board. It's also difficult to service. The company that I believe was prior more local to us is not as local anymore, so it takes a lot more scheduling, which is tough when you have games or events coming up to coordinate that quickly. So we made the decision to invest in a new video board. The cost is approximately $250,000. That's coming from our permanent improvement fund, and that's why we have a permanent improvement fund, to cover things like the chiller or a roof at a building, so that we can handle these long-term, larger investments and with kind of smart budgeting and planning. So we're working really hard to get the new video board, to have it be operable for spring events, like Mayhem and Commencement, but that's really just going to be dependent on the exact lead time of getting the components and everything here, as well as coordinating the install. But the video board is obviously not just a big draw to our stadium, for our fans to give us a professional feel, but I think it's just a huge part of the educational program of BSTN to be able to, when you do go to college or you enter the workforce, and if you want to stay in media and production, it's a great way to learn that skill set and put things in your portfolio. And So I'm sure there'll be training and some coaching for the BSTN kids so that they're ready for the fall season as well.
That's really exciting for everyone here at BSTN, and I'm sure all the people watching this stuff on the Jumbotron. I saw that we have a new head coach that has been named for boys soccer program. Can you tell us about him?
Sure. That's always part of the cycle of being in the school district, whether it's hiring and rehiring teachers or coaches. So we will be introducing we've hired a new soccer coach who's a science teacher at the high school. Eric Little was officially hired on Monday. It's great to have coaches who are teachers because they know the students who are going to be on their teams. They have that rapport, they have that connection, they see them every day in the hallways. So I think Eric's been here for about 6 years, has a great rapport with students. He was also a soccer player in high school, which I didn't know, so he's familiar with the sport, loves the sport, and I think just was really nice to see his wife, but so many, I think, cousins and in-laws and aunts and uncles came to the board meeting to support him as well, and just I think he spoke very clearly from the heart, talked about obviously the importance of wins and losses, but talked about the character and the integrity and the sportsmanship of the team. So I'm sure I'll be at some soccer games next season, but we're definitely rooting him on and wish him luck.
Yeah, that's great. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yes, with us being in the middle of February and quickly approaching March, just wanted to highlight some upcoming events. First off, on Friday, March 7th at Mr. Anthony's is the Boardman School Fund for Educational Excellence annual reverse raffle, which is a big fundraiser for them. And then also a save the date for TRAP, which is the Drama Guild's play. That's going to be on March 6th, 7th, and 8th. I hear it's immersive. I hear it's got audience participation, and stay tuned for news about ticket sales and how to purchase online. On Friday, March 28th, will be the BPAC Project Mayhem show, and the Stadium Project Mayhem show will be on Friday, May 16th. And lastly, commencement will be on Sunday, June 1st. So a lot of exciting events coming up as we kind of hit the last couple months of the school year.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Mr. Landers. The next school board meeting will be Monday, March 24th at Robinwood Elementary School. And remember, the public is always welcome. I'm Lily Austin for BSTN, and have a great day, Spartans.